We have a purpose to debunk lies that you hear on the internet. By reacting to this is we help you stay awake and by showing how people lie to everyone. Now take seat and call in, we will challenge lies and set your mindset free.
Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to Elena's Barre Low Impact Full Body Workouts. I'm today with Eamma, and we are, hi dear, great to see you. We are debunking. Can I say bullshit? Well, I just said it. I just said it. Here you go. Yes, we are debunking a lot of feminist lies out there. I had to remove the word bullshit from the title because my husband told me that, look, you probably want to monetize your channel. And since I've been on YouTube for over 4 years now, and I'm not a monetized YouTube channel yet, I have to be careful with the words that I use, especially in the titles. Great to see you, Debrava. Feel free to call in, okay? Yeah, Debrava has a YouTube channel. I checked a few of your videos, and I think I've watched even a little bit of your live stream with Glenn Lawrence, and it was awesome. I really enjoyed it. I love your approach, Debrava. So yeah, come join us. And we have Siege. Thank you so much, for joining, for saying hi to us. Yeah, we have a few videos to look at, guys. So the plan of this show was initially to obviously debunk the lies that we see on the internet. I have a big folder which is accumulating every single day because I see a lot of misleading messages, especially on Instagram. I'm mostly focusing on Instagram because there are a lot of women out there who are making stupid content. And we will be talking about some fitness instructors. We will be talking about some women who are just talking about relationships, who are giving men the advice. And then we will talk about some simpy men who are teaching other men and maybe women how to relationship. And yeah, this is why we decided to create this show, because we used to do some of the debunking before on Saturdays, but now our Saturdays are more about serious topics. We are diving into some serious discussions there, and we still need to debunk a lot of shit, right? So we decided to create this separate show. So yeah, we love Glenn Lawrence, we miss him. So yeah, if you get a chance to say hi to him, say hi to him, tell him to come back at some point, because he just disappeared. I mean, he's still doing other things, but yeah, it's been a while since we've talked to him. So yeah, okay, today I have 5 videos for us, but we probably won't get to all of them because I would love to hear what you guys think about these videos. So feel free to call in. I did share the link above. Just click on it and then you'll be here with us and share your observations, share your opinions. Eventually, we hope to get more people joining us, and we don't want this show to be super long. So yeah, we'll see how long it takes us to get through some of those videos. I love your skits, the nun. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Debrava. Did you see the videos with Guru Starlight here sitting next to me? Yeah, Eamma is acting like Guru Starlight, and she's doing an amazing job there. She is so involved. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We love creating those skits for you. Oh, and the piano. She loves my piano. Yeah, I love to change the lyrics of the music. Especially the simpiest songs I can find. Yeah, we need to start changing lyrics to match the reality. What do you think? Because all of this words that the music itself is very beautiful, right? The songs are just so flowy and they are so emotional, they're so beautiful. But then the lyrics, it just doesn't match what we experience today in life. So I decided, fuck it, I'm going to do it. And then if somebody wants to pick up and expand that idea to a greater level, let's say, because I don't have the singing voice. I recently got a comment from my dad saying that I squeak like a pig from behind the toilet door. This was my dad who sent me that encouraging comment. saying that I should be working on my singing skills. And I'm okay with constructive criticism. Just don't smash it all the time, guys. Give me something to like at least.
I mean, that is a bit brutal.
Well, he is brutal, you know, like he was, but I really loved it because he said, well, you can still work on your voice, and bravo for not having this complex.
Well, everyone apparently does have a singing voice. It's just
Everyone,
finding your voice.
well, it's just finding, and it's really honing and working on it, you know, so that you sing with the diaphragm. And I knew how to sing back in the music school when I was little, and I had a few embarrassing concerts there singing, not playing the piano, but like singing in particular. This is why every time people tell me you should do singing professionally, I'm saying I've already done it back in my childhood. It didn't end well, so.
No, singing is something I would love to do, but I don't have the confidence. I think I was scarred for life for having to sing Greensleeves in front of my school.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I felt so much embarrassment. I was stumbled on stage. I was mixing up the words. I was feeling so lost. I didn't know how to move. I was trying to dance because you know what happened? It was so hilarious. I actually had a great singing teacher.
Right.
She was the perfect vocalist with amazing voice, you know, but she wouldn't move. She would just stand on there on the stage and just sing, you know, like some aria from, you know, some what was it called, Mozart's the Wedding by Figaro. What are they called?
Marriage of Figaro.
Yeah, Marriage of Figaro.
I'm not really
these performances, you know, like when they are just standing and singing, not moving much. This is the style that I was taught how to do.
Wow.
But then my parents decided to add some variety. They said, oh, you are just standing like a stick there without any movement. Let's sign you up for some movement lessons, you know. And then it totally messed up my brain, you know. So when it was a day of performance, I could only do one thing at a time, you know, like I couldn't sing and dance. So either I dance or I sing. I can't do both, you know. Yeah. And then, yeah, it was just such an embarrassment for me. After that, I decided I'll sing no more, you know. And now, since I'm changing these words into for songs, I feel like I don't really want to be perceived like a professional singer, so because I'm also mocking. So yeah, I might eventually sign up for some singing lessons just because, you know, my dad told me like, go do it because you don't really have the singing voice, you know. So I might just do it just to improve and work on myself. But I love this kind of constructive criticism where people give me some push, but then also like encouraging, you know. Mm-hmm. So he still say that, well done, that you don't have the complex, even all of the embarrassment that was in your childhood that affected your views, and you know, you are still doing it. That's probably a step forward. And I'm like, okay, I can take some criticism with that, you know. So yeah, well, let's dive in, guys. The first video I have here, it's a movie. It's a stupid Netflix movie, and we actually unsubscribed from Netflix a very long time ago because all they do now is just put some feminist movies out there that completely brainwash people. So let's just see the snippet of it. Okay, let me share the screen here. Okay. Amor here. That's Amor. Is it this one? Yeah, I think so. Okay. Yep, but we need to restart it. So hold on, let me just refresh the page. because I was showing it to
Your
Eamma.
assistant for 2 years now. I just thought it was time to talk about the fact that my job is answering phones. How old are you? I turn 30 tomorrow. There's something for you out there, but it's not here. What? Thank you for the birthday card, guys. Richard, are you home?
Hey, baby.
Hi. Do not come down here.
She's between jobs, so she can spend time with her mother. It's a cooking class. Learn Spanish summer dishes.
That's a couple's cooking class.
I'm signing you up.
Do I look like I'm in a couple right now?
I can be your couple.
I can't think of anything more tragic than what you just said.
Matthias will be your partner for today's class. Eating is one of life's greatest pleasures, you know?
You make it sound way more romantic than it actually is. Oh my god, that is oh so delicious.
You've only been here a few days and you already captured the heart of an American.
You know I'm dating Elena.
Yeah, she's dating you and half of Europe.
How would you feel if I applied to some schools that weren't in California?
All I have ever wished for you to go as far as your wings would take you.
Don't know what I'm supposed to tell Richard now.
Never gave you your birthday present.
He thinks you're gonna forgive him? What about Matthias?
Goes back to Spain in 10 days. You not trying to find true love? I've been your assistant for 2 years now. I just thought it was time to talk about the fact that my job is answering phones. How old are you? I turn 30 tomorrow. There's something for you.
Well, okay, I showed you a little bit of the beginning because it was cut out before so that you could get the picture. So let's stop sharing it and talk about it. And guys, feel free to call in, okay, if you have some thoughts about this movie. Eamma, what do you think, huh?
It just looks like saccharine, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, they always, this is what I noticed with Netflix. All of the movies that I've seen on Netflix, they made me depressed because I know that it's not true. Like, she's single in her 30s. Well, lucky her, she kind of looks okay for a 30-year-old girl. At least she's not fat. But in a lot of movies, they show you fat chicks, you know?
Yeah.
And then they tell you how they're going to meet Mr. Perfect. And they actually show the perfect guy out there who is chasing them, who is pursuing them eventually.
Delusion, isn't it?
Illusion, right. And then in reality, you see there are so many single fat women out there. And it just like doesn't match any reality that we are facing today.
No.
All of the Netflix shows are just bullshit, honestly. And yeah, this is one of the reasons I used to be subscribed for them just for one show really that I really liked and I liked watching it. It's called Gran Hotel and it's all in Spanish because I used to speak Spanish. I was living in Europe and I really liked it. But then since they canceled that show, I had no intention to be on Netflix anymore because that show was not on Netflix. So I actually asked my husband to buy me the separate CDs and like DVDs for that show in particular. So I have it. I can watch it when I want and I don't need the Netflix subscription because the rest of the shows, they are just feminist propaganda. And they teach women. The women watch this stuff. Who watches this Netflix shows? It's mostly women, right? So what does Netflix teach women? Oh, how to be single, how to be strong, how to follow your heart, how to pursue your dreams. Look, she's in her 30s.
There's no wonder that, that you get depressed, is it really? Because they're living a life that you're not, and you're not going to be able to, because that's not real life.
It's not real. It's not real. Yeah, they are showing you a single girl whose life fell apart, and they had to portray her boyfriend as a complete dog there who cheated on her. It's usually how they present men. Like, men are so horrible. all of a sudden, you come home, and then here you go. Surprise, surprise, he's cheating on you there. Out of nowhere, out of nothing, and then he desperately regrets his choice, after a while when she settles with another guy, when she sorts out her life, like she follows her dreams, she follows her heart, her mother gets there, and then she tells you, okay, I decided for you, now you live with me. I'm signing you up for this course, whatever, just go get some adventure here, right? Do you, girly? And then
Yeah.
this girl, I suspect, like, she falls in love with this Spanish dude, like they
Yeah,
don't
I would imagine so.
right? Like, we can tell you that the script for the movie here, guys. You don't have to watch the full the full show. It's so predictable. Every single time they come up with some movie, it's a known play out. It's a known script. So yeah, I canceled too. Debrava says, yeah, she canceled her subscription to after the Dave Chappelle incident, especially, and
Yeah.
the terrible movie Cutie's Child. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I know. It's just so bad, so bad. And they don't come up with anything new. This is why I'm so, like, criticizing the movie industry, because it kind of frames the view of people, how both men and women approach relationships, because they watch this stuff instead of showing them the reality. I think the closest to reality movie you could find was The Ugly Truth.
I haven't seen it.
Ugly Truth. I forgot who were the actors there. Let me find here. It's a pretty old movie. It's from 2009. Jared Butler. Yep, Jared Butler and Catherine Hegel.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, that was a
That's
good
why I
movie.
watched it, 'cause
It
it's
was
got-
still it had some feminism in it too, you know, like they finally they kind of beta-tized him towards the end, but you can't really avoid that if you are in Hollywood. You have to play into the feminist BS, let's say, if you want your movie to get somewhere, you know. So they did beta-tize him towards the end, but overall he was giving her some very good recommendations, and he was telling her the truth, and she was really disgusted by it at the beginning, but then she started realizing that, you know, yeah, guys, go watch that movie. It's a fun one. It's a comedy. Yeah. So yeah, Debrava says, well, it's good I canceled a long time ago. When did that movie come out, Debrava? The Cuties?
So 3 or 4 years ago, it might have been. Was it?
Yeah, because we've canceled it like maybe like 5 years ago or so. Yeah, it's been a while since we are no longer on Netflix. Yeah, I don't even know. This one just popped up on Instagram. You know, sometimes I get some ads for the movies, and yeah, the relationship courses, the what else? Like mindset stuff. You know, just change your mind, and then things will change. Oh, there is a lot. There is a lot. My bullshit folder. It will never shrink because, you know, we took a pause. They like, seriously, it just comes up every moment. So yeah. Okay, so 4 years ago, Debrava says. Okay, 3 or 4 years ago. Cool. Yeah, we've canceled it long before that, so I wasn't on it anymore. Well, let's check another video here, and guys, feel free to call in. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, I'm a little lost. Okay, let me close that one so that you're not distracted by it. Cool. So that we have. Well, okay, let's watch this guy. What's going on?
We checked out long before. Women go through various stages. First, they communicate their needs with you, but you don't pay attention. Then comes phase 2. They feel sad and cry often, but you still don't pay attention. Next is the most challenging phase for you. Everything you do irritates her. Arguments become frequent and it feels like you can't stand each other, yet you still don't pay attention. Then a phase confusing for many men. She seems unaffected by what you say, do, or where you go. She appears better, no longer argues and barely bothers you. And just when you think everything is fine, she packs up and leaves. And you're left wondering what happened. The truth is she had left you in her mind a long time ago. Fellas, be careful how you treat a woman, because once you lose her mind, the body soon follows. By the time a woman says goodbye, she has mentally checked out long before. Women go through various stages. First, they communicate their needs with you, but you don't pay attention. Then comes phase 2. They feel sad and cry often, but you still don't pay attention. Next is the most challenging phase for you. Everything you do irritates her. Arguments become frequent and it feels like you can't stand each other, yet you still don't pay attention. Then a phase confusing for many men. She seems unaffected by what you say, do, or where you go. She appears better, no longer argues and barely bothers you. And just when you think everything is fine, she packs up and leaves.
Okay, so I did have to show you from the beginning. So that
He's
you
spot
get
on, really, isn't he, though?
What, dear? Hold
He's
on.
spot on with that, that we do check out before we leave.
That's right. Yeah. Well, and this is something that makes these messages in particular very tricky and challenging for debunking, because he's partly right. And this is where people would say, well, but he makes sense. Here, women check out mentally alone before they decide to leave. Yes, but for the wrong reasons, everything else there, you kind of have to take it piece by piece and then break it down. Like, he blames it all on men. Did you notice?
Yeah.
Like he says, if you don't treat her the right way, if you're not the right man, if you don't man up, basically.
Well, he says it in the beginning that she'll communicate her needs, but they're not listening.
Well, right. If
they're only ready to listen when it's too late.
Well, look. Yeah. But a lot of women don't know how to communicate today. They don't know how to communicate their needs. They pretend to be strong, powerful, and independent instead. And then they expect somehow men to be telepaths and read what the mind there with the spider nets, like how you've seen the brain picture, right?
Yeah.
Like all of the brain waves that are going. Like, how are men supposed to pick up on that? I just don't know. Men are very direct creatures. You tell them directly what you want, then men are problem solvers usually. They will figure it out. But if you don't tell them and expect men, I've seen a lot of women, they do it. They want men to figure it out. They want men to read their mind.
Yeah, a lot of women do behave like, the men should be psychic.
Right. But
because they're not.
Men think differently. Men operate differently.
But speaking from personal experience, I've had a boyfriend in the past where I've literally been trying to communicate to him what I've needed.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried it in like 4 or 5 different ways of saying the same thing, but in a different way, and it just doesn't go in. And I tried, would try and make it work, but and eventually I was like, bye.
Yeah. Well, eventually, if a man, of course, is not responding in any way, then yeah. But it also depends if you tried multiple ways to deliver the message, then
that's a him problem with me.
A lot of women, they would automatically blame men. They would try like one way that usually like maybe the softest way or the least effective way, to communicate to men. There are different tactics, there are different strategies how you can communicate to men, and they are either like one of my favorites is just like hystericing and like crying and like like manipulating and all sorts of things that don't say directly what she wants, but he's supposed to figure it out. And then if he figures it out wrong, then okay, he lost a lot of points and she doesn't like him anymore, So, like, women always say that women are so much better at communication. I've yet seen the proof of it. Like, seriously.
Yeah. And we do talk, and men and women do speak, well, do communicate differently. So it is figuring that out, isn't it?
Well, yeah. And the purpose of being in a relationship is the longer you stay in one relationship, you will know the other person, how the other person thinks. And you will communicate with the other person better over time. It just takes time. And people don't want to spend time and devotion that's required to be in a stable relationship. They want the fast results. They want, like, he didn't get it right away when I was saying to him, I was hinting and he didn't get it. He can't read my mind. You know, and that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And then with the other boyfriend, she hopes that the other boyfriend would catch her mind. He would be better than the man that she failed with. When, yes, maybe it would seem to be better if that man had specific experience with the other chick who, you know, like, brought it up to him, and like he kind of sorted it out if he had more experience with women, right? So he can kind of pass that test that she's putting him through, but he will fail elsewhere, you know, because if this girl doesn't know how to communicate to her man, another man is not going to help her. He's not going to still do the things that she wants him to do, because she will expect him to read her mind in a different scenario. And then if he fails, it's like they want men to make women their purpose, you know, so that all men do is figure out the complicated mind of women and give up masculine frame, give up man's own interests. So the man has the only priority, and his priority is this woman that he's trying to figure out. You know, this is the tension that I see behind all of these messages that they are sending out there. Let's see what Siege says. Mike Sartian. Okay, interesting. What does Mike Sartian say? Just get it. Well, exactly. Just get it is fine for the beginning, for the relationship. But when we have kids, communicate by saying words with your mouth so that this offspring can survive. Yeah. Like, women are very impatient. They think that just because they don't get it right away, a man is just a bad man, and then it's time to move on to the next guy. The moment something doesn't click in that relationship, that she expects him to get it and then he doesn't get it, okay, she doesn't want to give him a chance, you know, maybe like next time he will get it. Because look, men are not taught today by their fathers, right, how to get it. Honestly, they are not. They are expected to get it, but nobody really teaches them how. not even women. Like, if women wanted to be helpful to men, they could say that, like, look, they could be more direct. Actually, they could say that, look, I don't think that you know, you got it in this scenario. I expected you to do this, and that, and not the other thing. Okay, if women were more helpful in terms of feedback and not just ghosting guys for like trying to figure it out, because most guys are not evil, right? They are legitimately concerned about, you know, having a relationship. I see more guys are interested in having a relationship and committing to women rather than women today. But women are so used to those simps who are orbiting around them, but they don't really want to fuck those guys because they are in their friend zone. But yet these simps are so supportive. And like this guy, he's a total simp. He tells men to basically pedestalize a woman, give up your frame. He doesn't even have a frame. So how can he teach? Why do men listen to this man?
No idea.
You see, he's a total simp. He doesn't teach men how to behave in a male way. In his mind, the masculine way is to be a simp, and this is what a lot of men do. You know, they assume this simpy frame. It's not even a frame. It's like just they are simps, and they think that that's the masculine way that women want. And then we hear women saying, okay, let me show you another video here. Okay, let me find it first. Okay, here you go. Found it. Let's start from the beginning if I can. And
man that is going to spend money on me. Yes, we're saying men should be providers from the essence. I don't need a man to spend money on me. I need a partner, somebody who supports me, who listens to me if I have an issue, who will know how to problem solve for me. And those are much more important than a choice of just finding a providing man, right? But that's the problem. Most men and women are picking based on like a tick box, like, okay, cooks, great, washes, knows how to feed my kids, great, would have a clean home, great. Okay, that's all nice, but then what? And then what? And you're gonna wake up next to this person every day and say, I'm so proud of her skills because she knows how to cook?
Exactly.
No,
okay, let's watch it from the beginning because we missed a little bit of it.
I'm not choosing a man that is gonna spend money on me. Yes, we're saying men should be providers from the essence. I don't need a man to spend money on me. I need a partner.
Okay, we get it. She needs the equal partner. And yet, the absurdity of this whole thing is that women are so contradicting themselves. You know, she says that she doesn't need a provider, but yet she wouldn't settle for the man who would live at mom's basement, right? Yeah. So she still wants a man who makes decent living to match her. So a partner implies that they're equal in value, right? They're equal in resources. So if a woman makes a lot of money by herself, what does she expect a man to do? And then I love it how they always phrase it, I don't want him for his money. Yeah, right. As long as his money matches your money, you know, or he makes more money than you do, right? You say that you don't want his money, but you still wouldn't consider a man who makes less money than you do.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
And then Siege is asking partner. Yeah, well, and that's what's so confusing. I think that when women lie effectively to themselves and to others by saying that, oh, we don't want a provider, man, we want an equal partner who would be emotionally available and vulnerable and all of this cute stuff with feels before feels, right? He would provide you emotional support. He would be your puppet, you know, that she can cry on and, you know, ditch him whenever he no longer serves her. Women lie, and the simpy dudes, they don't know any better but how to feed into the feminist message there. So if women say we want an equal partner, right? We want somebody who would be equal to us, somebody who would just pay attention to us and treat us nicely with respect, like she mentioned, right? With respect, with love, appreciation. And then watch this simpy dude sending the message to the man. It always works on a broader scale, guys. You have to watch the message for women and the message for men simultaneously to get a full picture of what is happening there. So while women are brainwashing themselves and others into believing that they don't need a strong and independent man, they don't need a man who is a provider, they don't need a masculine man, they need this feminine, feminized simp. They say it publicly, right? The simpy men, what do? Oh, we want a pussy. We better comply with what the woman says. And then he is basically saying the same kind of message, but to men. He says, you man up, you do better for her. Because she wants more than just the provision. She wants that availability. You must be a good man. You must be the right man for her. Man up, do better for the woman. Like it's a cycle, you know, it's a cycle. All I'm trying to do here is like connect the dots so that you can see it not just from like only male perspective, the message for men, and only women perspective, the message for women. It's both. Okay. And then there is another message that he's talking about single women. Let's look at it here. If I can find
the
it.
one thing I found glaring about hers was that she's saying all these things that she wants and what from a man, but she's not saying what she would do for the man.
Oh, that's a great point, Eamma. I'm so glad you brought it up. Yeah, definitely. It's only what he's supposed to
love
do.
and the respect, and I don't need a provider, and but yeah, she's not saying what she's prepared to give back, to the bloke.
Yeah, not a word about that. All about what she wants. And then he sends this message to men. He teaches men how to behave in his mind, guys, how to be like a man, right? How to be the right man for that woman. He doesn't mention anything in regards to, okay, man, these are your interests. This is something that you should expect from a woman to do for you in exchange for the value that you bring to her. None of them, notice how none of them are talking about the exchange of values. The man feeds into the female primary, and the woman, obviously, she's already in her own primary. Yeah. Okay, let's see here before we start doing another video. What does Sich say? I'm fine with improving and doing the work, but I acknowledge the double standard when giving advice to either man or woman. Yeah. Definitely. It's never about how women improve, what value women bring, right? It's not good in the simpy mind. It's not good for a man to have any expectations placed upon a woman. Not good. And you're going to see why. I'm going to show you another video. This man talks about why women choose to be single. Let's see this. Okay.
She's the woman a good man is praying for. She's not single because she can't find anyone. She refuses to settle. Every time she finds someone, they remind her why she's better off alone. She knows her value and prefers to wait for the right man, one who will truly love and respect her. If she's still single, she's the woman a good man is praying for. She's not single because she can't find anyone. She refuses to settle. Every time she finds someone, they remind her why she's better off alone. She knows her value and prefers to wait for the right man, one who will truly love and respect her. If she's still
That's making it sound like she's waiting, you're waiting for the perfect guy. But the reality is every single person out there is flawed and has their own shit. So whoever you hook up with, you're going to be settling, aren't you? Because you're never going to find this standard that they're trying to sell.
Right. Yeah, it kind of feeds into the delusion that, you can find, there is a soulmate myth. You can find your soulmate, you can find the perfect person out there for you. And look how he praises single women. Do you notice that? He says that if she's single, it's not her fault, basically, that she's single. It's because she values herself higher than you deserve. That's the message for men that men get, but it also is the message for women, because it tells women that, yeah, I can be a solipsistic bitch here. I can demand whatever I want, and the simpy men like this dude, they're going to do everything. They have big clouds out there. He has a big audience. A lot of people are watching his content. They are listening to him. They are believing his message blindly. Yeah, and then if it's a 3 or 4 and she's single, let's watch it again. I just want to see his exact words so that I can use his exact words one more time.
Still single? She's the woman a good man is praying for.
So what he's saying here, if a 304, a fat 304, an ugly 304 is single, she's the one that a man is supposed to pray for. How do you like this, guys, huh? Okay.
She's not single because she can't find anyone.
Yeah, right. She's not single. It's making your necessity your virtue. She can't find anyone. This is why she says, Jesus is my boyfriend.
She refuses to settle. Every time she...
You're right. Okay, here I agree. Okay. She refuses to settle because there is nobody to settle with for her, because nobody wants her.
Yeah.
Find someone, they remind her why she's better off alone. She knows her.
Yeah, she's better off alone with her cats and wine. We get it, dude.
And prefers to wait for the right man, one who will truly love and respect her.
Love and respect, yeah. Oh my goodness, dude. Yeah, well, I mean, you see, guys, right? This is the message that men are hearing today, and it's coming from let's look at his profile. Actually, let me go back to, who is this guy? Okay, wait a second. Here, man of God. Okay, healthy masculinity. I told you guys, in his mind, he's teaching men how to be masculine. You see? 2 million followers. Guys, do you see it? 2 million followers. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that many followers kind of shows that there's people out there that are wanting to do the work, even though it's the wrong work, or the wrong message they're receiving. But
well, it's showing that simps are going to simp. You know, if men are willing to do the work, men are the problem solvers. You know, this is why I'm trying to challenge the messages of the big content creators who are effectively misleading people, because men who are consuming this content.
Yeah, but that's what I said, that, you know, it's the wrong message, but, you know, it shows that there's people out there that are wanting to do, or,
they want to do the work, but they don't know exactly what work they need to do. They don't challenge the message that they hear.
Yeah, but that's the way of the world now, isn't it? We just want to be told the right way. It's all being dumbed down, isn't it? You know, the world, really. It's people don't want to dive deep. They don't. It's like, you know, getting messages across through skits nowadays. You know, it's more effective than, you know, like a essay written underneath a post.
Format. Yeah. Nobody really reads the captions. Nobody reads the articles. Like, why bother, right? Because you spend time trying to understand and learn something, but it's the best way, guys, to understand and learn something if you spend some time actually reading, not just watching the skits and short format videos. And here Sitch says, dude's trying to get some virtue signal in PT sex. Yes, I agree. Yeah, he is appealing to women. He's appealing to single women. Just single women, just any women, really. Anyway, that he can get PT sex from, I guess. But he also has a lot of female followers, because women love this shit. And then they use it with their own messages. See, if this style that women are doing didn't work, if the behavior of women, let's say, do I have a woman? Oh, yeah, who was saying that she doesn't need a man to be a provider, right? She wants an emotionally available tampon. It's just delusion. It's delusion because it's not the truth. You know, they won't respect these tampons. Okay, how long will they stay with these tampons? Why are they still single then? Why are they on social media talking about single women, how they should have their own value, their own worth, when instead they could be married to somebody who could take care of them? No, these are still single women who are dissatisfied. They are talking about it because it's like a loop cycle. Okay, we have Steven Sandman here.
Yay.
Great to see
Hey,
you,
Steve.
Steven. Thank you. I want the truth served to me on a silver platter. Yeah, right. But even then, there are content creators in the Red Pill community who do that. They summarize the content, right, in a very concise format. The only thing that's left there is just to swallow it, right? But will they do it? It depends. If they challenge the messages, the problem that we are having is that everything, and we gave you the example of how media brainwashes both men and women to behave in a certain way, to basically pursue your dreams, follow your heart, for women, and for men really too. How that younger woman in her 30s, well, not really young, single woman who broke up with her boyfriend because he cheated on her from that movie, travels to Spain, right? She learns how to cook. She finds this new passion, new adventure, new boyfriend, right? In her 30s. And it's not to say that women can't do it. Some pretty women, yes, they probably can. And they probably will do it because they are pretty. But the vast majority of women who are just average there, they're not going to succeed if they try to do the same thing. But then the other shows that we see, as I've mentioned before, with the fatties out there who are trying to do the same thing as the skinny girls. They are following their heart, following their dreams, doing everything that feminism tells them to do, and then they end up with the prince in the movies always. It's like a fairy tale. It's like Cinderella. Cinderella Disney fantasy that follows us.
If only it was that easy.
Yeah. And like, if it was that easy and if it was true, guys, we wouldn't have so many single women out there, would we? We wouldn't have so many single mommies out there. If it was that easy, more women probably would be married and stay married. Yeah. And that's another problem that we have today. The moment something doesn't go the right way that a woman expects to go, time to leave, time to replace this guy because he's not good enough for her. He doesn't give her what she wants.
Yeah, but then it's all a time thing, isn't it? Because, I mean, like these movies show, it's always women in their early 30s and there's urgency because obviously the biological clock is ticking away. But if you're going to hook up with a guy with the intention of a relationship and then be like, nah, he's not quite it, move on to the next one, you've got to account for time with each of these relationships because you're not going to go in and straight away have a kid. You know, you've got to have the relationship and, you know, at least be together for a year before you start to think of that. So, you know, all these years kind of stack up. And then before they know it, they end up like me.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to.
Well, I mean, what can I say? You just told the truth. I feel for you, friend.
Oh, don't. I'm fine.
Wow.
I I'll tell you off screen, but I'll yeah.
Okay, yeah. Stephen says here, single women seem to be only concerned about what they will get from a man instead of what they can give. Yes, Steve, and we see it in the movies. We see it from big content creators. This is why I'm really griping here about the content creators and the quality of the content that we see today being shared by these misleading content creators who don't want to challenge even the correctness and accuracy of their own messages. They are there because they are cloud chasing. Like you saw, he has 2 million followers. He has 2 million people following him, following his recommendations and his advice. And as content creators, it's our job, it's our duty to spread the most accurate information out there. We are responsible for the messages we send out there publicly. And I see a lot of content creators are failing this basic duty of being a content creator. They don't challenge their own messages. They don't challenge their own assumptions. They just, oh, what's popular here? Okay, let me benefit from it. Let me grift from it. There was another guy, but we'll bring him next time. He sells love strategies to women.
Right.
And yeah, we've already seen him a few times. Sometime last year, I showed you to him. I showed him to you.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's just benefiting from the desperate women out there who are trying to get in the relationship, but they don't know where to start. They don't know how to begin because let me tell you guys, these big content creators who occupy space there, they have the power, they have the influence, but how they use their power, how they use their influence, it's to benefit their own pockets. It's not actually to help people make better rational decisions in their lives. It's to sell the fucked up narrative that promises people what people want to hear. It's not to challenge people. It's not actually to solve any problems. It's not to help people, guide people in the right direction. No. Will they get pussy in that guy's case, right? And more clout? And will they get more revenue?
Probably.
Yeah. Okay, I'm still here. I didn't post a link. Wait, what happened to Steve? Steve, what happened? Okay, were you trying to share a link or something? Okay, here. Steve brought up a very interesting point. Last time we talked about boomers. If they give RSVP, respect, sexual value, peace, they will probably receive more than they are ever asked for. Yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that. But they don't want to, and they're not being taught to. And the content creators today are not teaching for the most part. The smaller content creators, yeah, but women have to work and kind of find the smaller content creators and want to do the work that we are asking them to do. We are embracing women here. Look, we have Debrava here today with us. Thank you, girl, for joining. But she is rational. Yeah, I've seen her content. She's good. Then we had Ashton joining us today. So we have a few women, but not that many women are willing to do the work when they can get away with things for free without putting any effort, any extra work. They're not going to do what we tell them to do, you know. But even then, like, even if they do all of the right things, it's not a guarantee because it totally depends on how old they are. They might come to that realization, but it can be too late. Time is of the essence with women. So then also the looks. There are a lot of factors that play into it, you know. So Oh, okay. So must be an issue with the night. But I'm not sure what Steven is trying to do. Steven, you can call in. I shared the link if you want to call in. I love it when Elena uses swear words. Oh, I use a lot of those. Yeah. Some people tell me that I don't sound feminine when I use swear words. Oh. They try to tone police me, you know.
I'm completely fluent in French. I think my swearing got worse after leaving the Jehovah's Witnesses because we weren't allowed to swear. So I've like kind of made up for it.
See, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. Yeah, guys. Well, there are so many women who don't use swearing words, and it's like I'm not like a fan. We probably could use less of those words, right? But there are some women who don't use any swearing words, but they are combative. They're so disrespectful. They will tone police you. And I've seen quite a few women actually on Access Vegas or on Fresh and Fit who were like trying to be nice and gentle and with their tone like la, 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 you know, but they were still very combative in nature. You know, they wouldn't listen, they wouldn't respect the guys on the shows. And the amount of words that you use, the swearing words, it actually it's
if they're used in the right way, they can get the point across quite nicely.
Yes, but they can be also a red flag for a lot of men. They would just stereotype this woman as, oh, okay, she swears she's like a man, she's masculine and blah 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 blah, I shouldn't listen to her and she's not feminine enough. Look, I'm not trying to be feminine with the guys out there. I'm feminine with my husband plenty. He still is with me, so there must be a few things that I'm doing the right way. So yeah, I'm not trying to appease you guys here.
You always strike me as quite feminine.
Oh, thank you. See, thank you, Emma. Well, you probably have biases towards me. We've known each other for a long time. Occasionally, everyone will stumble across the truth, but most people will pick themselves up and carry on as if nothing happened. Yeah. And this is what I see happens with women. When you tell them the truth, they're like through one ear, out of the other. They don't want to deal with it. You know, they think that it won't touch them. They're still young, especially when they see other women are, you know, not interested in these topics, you know, or they don't really want to care about this. So yeah, they say that about Rachel Wilson too. Oh, I love Rachel Wilson. I really do. She is a fantastic author and a great content creator. And yeah, we need more women like Rachel Wilson, like Pearl, even all the women like Eamma, who at least like realize, you know, that there were some things that they did wrong, but by your presence here, Emma, you're actually showing to other older women how older women could approach this and how much knowledge they could share with younger women if they were willing to tell younger women the truth, not the delusion that, oh, look at me, girl, if I did it, you can do it too. And then she's single with the fake nails sitting there, you know, and telling women how to relationship, basically. How to be single.
I've got no right to tell anyone how to relationship. I've been single 15 years. So.
I know.
But then I'm learning in this time I'm learning of what I do want, what I don't want, you know, and how a relationship should be. And do you know what I mean? Preparing myself for, hopefully I will find somebody.
And who knows, maybe you will. It's not just the physical looks and the age, it's also the mindset. So I've seen a lot of guys, they don't really want younger women per se, because some older women, they realize that, you know, they might have a better personality. They have to compensate for their lack of beauty and youth with something else, with some other traits. It's like a trade, you know, you're trading yourself and your qualities. And yeah, who knows, maybe you'll find somebody, but this person might be older. He might be,
I always preferred older men.
yeah, he might be older than you are. Yeah, don't forget about Debrava. Yeah, or Debrava, is she married? I'm not sure about her story. Is she married? I need to talk to her at some point. We need to do a show with her. Yeah, I'm not saying this to be mean, but often older women say they have learned and changed, but then they get emotional and stop thinking and repeat their past bad decisions. So true. So
But
true.
I know that I'm breaking that pattern.
Yeah.
Because like the last time I was in a relationship, I was in my early 30s, and I'm now in my late 40s. And so just because of age, I'm a very different person to who I was in my early 30s. And after leaving the witnesses, I've had to relearn who I am as a person. So actually, I know that I agree with you, Steve, completely. But yeah, I mean, from a personal point of view, I know that I have changed and I'm a very different person to who I was.
You are pretty different to even the person that you were when we first started talking. Because I remember you didn't want to hear anything about the red pill topics. You had trouble listening, and you would take it personally. You would blow up occasionally, like even cry, or and then leave. And then, yeah, I just see some of the transition that you've made. I've noticed some progress there, in terms of how more rational you've become, like the way you approach things now. And yeah, it's interesting when you see people like in different stages in their lives, and then you've known them for a while. You kind of you can conclude that they've made some progress. So yeah, okay, Debrava is engaged. Oh, cool, and definitely collab with her. Yeah, I would love to. Yeah, we should do something together. Emma, you still may need the occasional spanking. Yeah. Well, this is why we love you guys. If you want to join us for this debunking, I have more videos. We just decided to keep it with 5 videos today. I'll try to keep them sort of relevant to the message that we are trying to get across, so they're not like all over the place, because I have them all over the place in my bullshit folder. I have to arrange them and present them to you in a concise way, so we are not spending too much time here, But yeah, definitely join us for this show. We will do more of these debunking videos, and eventually we will hope to get more of you involved. So you can call in. I'll share the link in the description box and also in the chat before we start. And then, yeah, call in, tell us what you think about these videos, or like if you have some story to share with us, it would be cool. And we will try to keep it, maybe next time we will keep it a little shorter, because now we are at 1 hour, so that this show will be a little shorter format. We will just catch up, talk about some bullshit out there, and then listen to your stories, listen to what you guys have to say. And then we'll see you also on Saturday for our longer format videos. Oh, guys, and tomorrow on our new YouTube channel, it's not really my channel, but Steve Sandman is here. He, Nick from Christianity Unplugged, and my husband, Plutarch 8, they created a new YouTube channel. It's called The Resurgence of Sanity. So go subscribe to the channel, check out a few videos. They already have quite a library of videos to watch. Very interesting topics. And tomorrow, they have something interesting planned for you. I know for a fact. So I'm not going to join the video. I like snipping from the chat. Okay, cool. That's okay. Steve, it's up to you. Yeah. So go subscribe to the Resurgence of Sanity. And then on Saturday, we'll be back here.
Don't forget, I'm not there Saturday.
Okay. So we'll have to pick a topic that we'll try to find something that your presence is not necessary, you know. I mean, we would love to have you, but if you can't make it, it's okay. So the Resurgence podcast is awesome. Yeah, thank you, Sage. Thank you. Yeah, I just love the guys. You know, they are always very wise, and we should listen more to men, especially older men like Steve, wise men. Yeah. Well, okay, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Remember to please like, share, and subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. Leave us your comments, what you thought about the videos. If you have specific videos that we could talk about and debunk, send them in, DM them to me on Instagram. Please don't DM me any other videos. I get flooded sometimes with messages. So if it's relevant to this specific show where we are debunking bullshit on the internet, then send it. If it's relevant to one of the Saturday's topics, also feel free to send it, but don't overload me with other videos, okay? I might ignore them. Cool. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay, I'll see you all on Wednesday for Guy's show, right? Perfect. Well, let me take us out here.
Okay.
I'm a little slow today with my technology here. Perfect.
Thank you for joining us today and having great time with us. We hope to seeing you soon again. Join us for more activities we have here. Let's have some fun and stay aware. Please follow, like, and share, subscribe.